Presentation now here. We got, let's get us going live on LinkedIn. So Julbert, if you can turn your camera on yet, then I think it'll hit. There we go. So we're going to go live on LinkedIn now. I got the old live LinkedIn music going.
I love it.
All right, everyone. Welcome once again to the Manufacturing E-Commerce Success Series. I'm one of your hosts, Damon Pistolka, and I've got with me today, I've got the other co-host, Curt Anderson. We are rocking the house today with a special guest. I'm just going to turn it over to Curt because I'm so excited. You probably don't want me talking anymore.
Dude,
Curt.
Damon, thank you, brother from another mother. So happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the program. We've got DC back in the house. She was a previous guest. AJ, Ira, Aaron, Chris, Bobby in Seattle. Also, Leela, Kevin, Chris, thank you guys for joining us. My new friend Jenny and I was here today. So, guys, we have a special treat. So, again, Damon, my host with the most, Exit Your Way. He's out of Seattle. He's a growth and exit strategy specialist. So this wouldn't be possible without Damon. Curt Anderson here. Happy Friday. What a blessing. What an honor. What a privilege to share with you today, my dear friend, Julbert Abraham. Julbert, welcome to the program, dude. Thank you, man.
I'm excited. Thanks for having me.
Dude, so guys, we're going to jump right in. So his energy, his enthusiasm is just so contagious. Jack is a new friend of ours. He's in Pennsylvania, a new manufacturer. We picked him up at Temple University this week. Nice. So guys, drop your LinkedIn profile in the chat box. I've put Julbert's LinkedIn and his website in there. I just want to tell you a little bit about Julbert real quick. So he and I connected a while back. He has this amazing, incredible podcast, Small Biz Tips Podcast, man. And his energy is just off the charts. We had a great time, Julbert. Thank you. He is the president of Abraham Global Marketing. He is a LinkedIn trainer and guru. And here's the thing, for all of us that are on LinkedIn frequently, you always see the LinkedIn expert, the LinkedIn guru. Guys, this is truly the LinkedIn guru. Go on his LinkedIn profile. He has 79 testimonials or 72 referrals. And here are some of the things that people say about Julbert. Okay. When Julbert gets his hands on a problem, I feel sorry for that problem. That's what the gentleman wrote. He spoke at Rutgers University, 250 students. That professor just said he knocked it out of the park. He's a driving force. Julbert, again, what an honor and privilege. Thank you. Just gals in the house here. Tell a little bit about yourself, how you got into entrepreneurship, and we'll get going into the program.
Sounds good. Welcome. Excited to see everyone. Curt, Damon, thank you for having me. Wow, this is awesome. I'm excited. So I guess a little bit about me and how did I get into this whole LinkedIn thing. So I'm originally from Haiti, been in the States for 21 years. I learned English here. So if you hear my accent, that's why, right? So back in 2010, 2011, I got laid off from work. My last role, I used to work for an insurance company, and I was managing a group of agents. And I was using LinkedIn to help these agents grow their business. So it was a skill set that I learned at that company. And when I got laid off, I used that skill set to start a marketing consulting business. I enrolled into an MBA program. And when I graduated, I noticed that a lot of people didn't understand how LinkedIn actually worked. So I started sharing what I've been able to do to grow my consulting business using LinkedIn, and it took off from there. So fast forward 7 years later, been fortunate to work with over 600 plus companies in 4 continents. So it's been awesome.
That's phenomenal. And so the cool thing is, I want to dig in, was there an aha moment that you had when you were like, LinkedIn is my calling. This is my purpose. I can help other entrepreneurs. Talk a little bit about that transition there.
So when I got laid off, right, there was no more checks coming in from work. So, and I was about to get evicted out of my apartment. So it was a very, very challenging time for me. And that's when I said, I had to do something. And I jump online. I'm like, well, I know there's a lot of business owners out there. I want to start something. And I used the skill set that I had. So LinkedIn has like a very emotional attachment for me, because it helped me when I was, when my back was against the wall and I had to figure it out. So that's kind of like what start everything. And then I had the big aha moment after I graduated from my MBA, and I'm hearing people say, how were you able to get an MBA and still have a marketing consulting business, at the same time, and being able to pay for that? I'm like, well, I have this marketing consulting business, and here's how I get clients. They're like, I wish someone would teach me that. Then that's the aha moment. I'm like, wait a second, instead of just being a marketing consultant, why don't I focus my niche and really help people leverage LinkedIn?
Awesome. And guys, if you check out, again, I dropped Julbert's LinkedIn profile, his website, and you look at the training that you do, it's just phenomenal. Now, I know we have a lot to unpack today. I know you've got you have a great presentation. You want to dig deep into LinkedIn ads and Navigator. Do you want to go ahead and do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to share my screen right now. You guys let me know. Let me know if you can see my screen. Perfect. Yep. Awesome. All right. So how manufacturers can leverage LinkedIn ads. So I love to do these. I love to be very interactive. I love to share tons of great content and value. And if you have questions, don't hesitate. Put it in the chat. I know Curt and Damon, they're going to say, hey, Julbert, we have questions for you. So I want to make sure I answer your question. So let's dive right in. Let's start with a little quick activity. How many of you have done LinkedIn ads before? You could put that in the chat if you have. I'm really curious. So let us know how many of you, if you've done LinkedIn ads, just let us know. If you me, just type me on there so we all know. And the second question is, what is one thing you would like to learn about LinkedIn ads today? I definitely want to cover that at the end. So if it's a big thing, definitely write it out in the chat as well. We'd love to hear it. So with that said, let's dive right in. I'm going to share a bit about my story, which I already did, why LinkedIn is important, how to use LinkedIn ads, what are they, and different type of ads. Then I'm going to show you guys some really cool examples and some cool tips on things you can do, and also a case study. So to start, I mentioned I'm originally from Haiti, selected as Jersey's top 40 under 40, featured in a few different publications. I have an MBA. I'm an adjunct professor. I host a podcast. I own a company called AGM, and we've been fortunate to work with over 600 clients in 4 continents. All right. Now, why is LinkedIn important? Well, guys, there are over 700 million people on the platform. I actually think now it's closer to around 740 million, and 200 plus countries, right? 55 million plus companies, which is a huge opportunity for you if you're in the manufacturing space. 3 professionals are joining LinkedIn consistently, right? There are 2.9 million groups, and LinkedIn is among the world's top 10 fastest growing brands, which is amazing. All right. Now, the beauty about that is a trusted environment. So it's a trusted platform, right? There's these stats that I got from LinkedIn directly. After their ads were seen on any companies, after their ads were seen on LinkedIn, brands were perceived to be 50% higher quality, 90% more professional, 74% more intelligent, and 59% more respectable, which resulted in 10 to 15%, lift in short term, more opportunities that's coming in. So the power of ads is placing that in front of the right people. All right. LinkedIn helps you grow your business, right? We all hear that. Well, let me give you some stats. 96% of B2B marketers use LinkedIn to distribute their content. So it's a massive opportunity in terms of content. If you're in the manufacturing space and you're not leveraging LinkedIn, you're not using your company page, you're not leveraging some of your team member, there's a big opportunity there, right? Sponsor messaging drive twice higher open rates. 80% of B2B marketers put paid behind their content on LinkedIn. So if you want to enhance that piece of content or even get more sales and more opportunities, leverage LinkedIn ads, right? Because it's both for B2B and B2C brands. With that said, what are LinkedIn ads? So LinkedIn ads, when you scroll down LinkedIn, it's very easy to see, right? You see the company logo, and then right under that, you see what says promoted, all right? When you see this is a form of LinkedIn ad, all right? So now there's a lot of different type of LinkedIn ads out there, which I'm gonna get into a little bit later. But before you even think about that, I want you to think about this, right? With LinkedIn ad, you're able to target quality audience. You can market to influencers, decision makers. I want you to think about this. I'm going to show you guys an example in a few. Imagine being able to target specific companies that you want to learn about your product or service. So I'll give you a really good example. Let's go on LinkedIn right now. I'm on my LinkedIn. I'm going to go to LinkedIn Sales Navigator, right? So let's say Honeywell is one of your clients and you're like, I want more clients like Honeywell. Just go in and search like I'm doing right now, press enter, right? Do that search. And guess what? Honeywell's going to pop up. Now, a lot of people don't pay attention to this, but if you click on similar companies, LinkedIn will find other companies that are similar to Honeywell. Now, all of a sudden, not only you have Honeywell, but you have 49 other companies that LinkedIn deems similar to Honeywell's based on size, based on, the different specifics that the company do. So imagine these are the companies that you want to focus on. Now you can run a LinkedIn ad and only people that work at these companies can see your ads. That is massive. Think about that. Being able to run ads and only people at Schneider Electric will be able to see them, or only people at Amazon will be able to see them. So there's tens and thousands of employees there. Now you can even get more specific because we can run ads and choose the specific audience that we want to see it. So if we have a specific job title, maybe procurement, we want only the people in procurement at these companies to see these ads, we can do that. So that's the power of LinkedIn ads, being able to get in front of the right people at the right time. All right. So with that said, before you start ads, I want you to think about this, right? Because there's a lot of different type of ads that you can run. Think about what's your objective with LinkedIn ads. Okay. All right. Awareness. Do you want to just run ads so people can know about a potential products you have coming out? Or you want to just create brand awareness so more people just know that you exist, right? So that's the brand awareness type of ad you can do. The other piece, you can do a consideration ad. Like you want to get more people to visit your website. Let's say you have tons of products you're selling online in your e-commerce store and you want more people to find out about them. Or you use engagement to get more clicks, more social interaction, more company page follows to grow that influence and following. Or let's say you run a video of a new product that you have coming out and you want to get more views in those products. All right. Or let's say most of us sometimes want to build our pipeline. So you want to focus on the conversion, right? Lead generation, website conversion, when you want people to buy from the website, or job applicants if you're growing that team. So when it comes to LinkedIn ad, before you do anything else, focus on this. What's going to be my objective here? Do I want awareness? Do I want conversion? Or do I want people to start considering us? All right. So think about that before you do anything with LinkedIn ads. Now, once you get this down pat and you've decided, okay, this is what I want to do. Let's say lead generation is where you want to go. Then you want to look at all the different type of LinkedIn ads that there are and to find the right one for you. So there's one that's called sponsored content ad. This is the one that's right on your news feed. All right. As you can see here, this is an example, Capital One. So anybody that's scrolling down the news feed that you're targeting, able to see this type of ad. So it's very effective. It's great for webinars. It's great for lead gen. It's great to drive people to your website for purchase. I love this type of ads, sponsored content ads. They're awesome. All right. The other one is LinkedIn video ads. This one is great when you're trying to launch a new product and you want to create more awareness about that. So think about using video ads to kind of demonstrate a new product you have coming out. Before the product launch, do a pre-launch video, right? So people start getting to see it, and you can get the metrics to see how many people watch the full video, how many people watch only 2 seconds of that video. So that's a good way you can use that. Then the third one, which I also like, is the carousel ads. This is where you have a different piece of a product, right? So this is a way that you allow people to be more engaged with your ads on LinkedIn. Okay. Then there's the text ad. These are super cheap, but for these to work, you got to be very consistent. So think about this as a good way to create awareness and just keep it on the side consistently. So it's very cheap to start and anybody can start them, but it takes a long time for you to kind of see the result that you want from them. All right. Then you have the LinkedIn dynamic ads. These are great for several ways. You could use it for demo. You could use it to get people to follow your company page, and they're on the side where they bring someone's picture and your logo next to them. It's also a great way to recruit people as well. Okay. My favorite of all time is the LinkedIn lead gen formats. This is how you generate leads to your business. This is also how you get sample requests from potential clients. So you could use this as a way to get in front of the right people and get those key data and also find out how many people want a sample request. Then there's this one, which is one of the newest one, LinkedIn conversation ads. If you're running webinars, I love to use this one because it's an exclusive way to invite key people to attend your webinars. So I sometimes recommend using this one as well. All right. So with that said, I want to jump onto an example on how Honeywell is leveraging LinkedIn ads. And I think this could benefit any of you. So I want you guys to think about, let's say there's a company that you would want to work with, right? Or maybe one of your competitors, and you want to find out more about what's going on with them. So think about this as like your competitor analysis. You can go to their company page, like I am right now on Honeywell, go to About, and you see what says Post. Click on Post. And then right here, and you can do this on your laptop or desktop, where it says Ads. If you click on Ads, it will show you all the different ads that companies running for the past 6 months. So this is massive market research to know what your competitor's doing. But also, as you can see, Honeywell is running different type of ads. So this one is what's called like a sponsor update ads. If I click on register, it's going to take me directly to this page where I can register for the webinar. Remember when I talk about using sponsor update for webinars? This is what they're doing here. This one is more around recruiting, right? Join our future Sharper team. Okay, people can apply. This one is the lead gen from ads. So they have a video playing. Then when you click on sign up, you have this form. So you don't even leave LinkedIn. The beauty here, they're able to get your email, phone number, name, information. Then at the end, if you want to hear more from us, you could check that box. Somebody will gonna reaching out to you. So think about the lead gen from ads. This is how Honeywell is using that to acquire more customers. They also have another one right here where you get to download, right? So if you click on download, you have the form again. Then you could check, want to hear more from Honeywell? I would like to speak to a salesperson. So literally you're giving them information so that someone can follow up with you. So these are the type of ads that work extremely well on LinkedIn, especially if you're looking to get sample requests or building a pipeline, right? This is a great way to do that. So with that said, I want to jump quickly onto a case study on how we help one of our clients leverage LinkedIn. So one of our manufacturing clients leveraged LinkedIn ad during the pandemic to fill their pipeline. And if you guys have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I definitely want to answer them to help you. All right. You sound like there's a question.
Dude, you're on a roll, man. This is awesome. Gail, isn't this fantastic? And I want to give a shout out to Chris and Kevin at Gen Alpha, my girlfriend Jen down in Miami. So happy Friday. Welcome, guys. Let's hit this case study, man. And there's a little chat going. One comment I did want to share. Jack had a great comment in Pennsylvania. When you asked who did LinkedIn ads, we're getting some yeses. Jack said, I've done one that was beyond unsuccessful. So Jack, we appreciate your honesty. And
appreciate that.
We're here to fix that, Jack. So keep it going.
Yes.
Keep it going.
Once
Julbert.
I go to the case study, I want to open up for questions, and I can go live on LinkedIn and show you exactly, how you can make sure that your ads succeed. All right.
Awesome.
Good. So this company, they're a manufacturing company out of California. They're focused on RF antennas. They're challenged during the pandemic. Marketing and sales team were unable to attend trade show and conferences because everything shut down. So, which was one of the biggest way that they were able to engage with RF engineers, right? So they needed to find new way to reach these guys, because these are the guys that they work with. These guys have to, order some of the same order products and be able to use that for the projects. So they need to also tap into different division within their current customer base. Sometimes if you're working with a large customer, you may be working with one department and you want to tap into those other part of the organization. So guess what they did? So they started working with us. We started training their team, right? So we helped them first develop a LinkedIn marketing plan and strategy. That's the biggest thing. Don't do anything when it comes to LinkedIn without having a marketing plan and a strategy just for LinkedIn, because you're going to do it and it might not work because you didn't have a full plan set up, right? Once we get that, we looked at their company page and they had to get that built out, right? Build a company page, grow the following, putting out content, identify who's following the company page. Then we start researching and build a target audience using Sales Navigator. So you saw the quick tip I showed you how you can use one company and get similar companies. We use a similar approach to that as well. Then we set up LinkedIn Campaign Manager to help them run ads, right? We identify their ads objective, develop an appealing offer, set up their ads campaign, and launch that campaign, right? I want to show you what happened after that. So here are the results. As you can see here, spent $2,500, $2,530 to be exact. They were able to generate 98 leads. Now, a lead to them is an RF engineer who requested a sample of their product. All right. $25.82 per cost per result, 70,000 impression. I want you to look at on the far right, right? September 1st to October 31st, 98 leads or sample requests within a 2-month period. Their cost per lead is at $27, right? $27. Think about that. A cost per lead at $27 to get an RF engineers to review and actually say, hey, yeah, I want to sample this product because that can help me with a project, you know? So because of that, this year, they've actually changed their model a bit. So instead of investing a lot when it goes to trade show and conferences, they wanted to allocate more of that budget toward running ads on LinkedIn. Wow. So when it's done right, it's done right. And it could actually work really well. And also, a lot of people say LinkedIn cost per click is super expensive. We're able to help them get it at about $4, right? Normally, you're looking at $10 to $12 for cost per click. Here it's about $4. So think about your business, company that you're working with, right? And where are they when it comes to LinkedIn ads? If you haven't had success, maybe it's the type of ads that you use, or maybe it's the strategy behind it, or maybe it's your offer. So that's something we got to look at because the platform works. It's really how you work it. All right. So with that said, I'm open up for questions and I want to write those questions down. I want to hear all about them and a free gift for everyone who attended today, a free LinkedIn audit. I'll review your company page and ads and give you some tips and ideas that can help you. All right. So with that said, I'm all questions, guys.
Wow. Everybody, a little virtual clap there. So, Julbert, I have several questions. So, guys, please, again, anybody just jumping in, drop your LinkedIn profile in the chat. Bring your questions for Julbert. We have an authority, an expert on these ads. Let's hit these ads. So, Julbert, we target manufacturers. That's how you and I, we're soul brothers. That's how we came together on our conversation, targeting manufacturers. So, like, we've got Val, Leela, my friend Jen, a lot of manufacturers on the call. Let's talk about budget. Like, where do you start budget-wise? Say manufacturer, they're like you said, they've lived on trade shows for years. This whole LinkedIn advertising world's a little new to them. They don't want to go all in. They're tipping their toe. How do you handle those conversations? What do you advise them to get started?
First thing first, once you have your plan and strategy, and you said, okay, LinkedIn ads is going to be the way to go. Start testing first, right? And the testing budget I normally recommend is start at least with $1,500 just to test. Okay. All right. Don't see that as the end all be all. See it as, okay, if I'm able to generate some traction with $1,500, then I can increase it to $2,500 and then to $3,000. You see what I mean? So start small by testing. And the whole purpose of testing is to figure out what's working. I might testing the offer, testing your copy, testing the type of ads that you're doing, because the platform works. If your target audience is there, you can get in front of them, but it's really, what are you saying to get in front of them? And what's your strategy behind that?
Yeah. What I've heard in the LinkedIn ad game is not a direct sell. You just got to stay away from that direct sell. Like you were talking with the RF example, get the sample for evaluation or signing up for a free seminar on something. And those are some ways that you can do it, but the direct approach is not good.
I would say one of the, and I'm glad you brought that up, Damon, is what you can do if you say, oh, I want to sell now, right? Because a lot of these people might be top of the funnel. They've never heard of you before. Yeah. So if you're able to get their contact information, add them to like a nurturing flow, where they're getting your emails or they're getting follow-ups or, you're really engaging with them, then you can see who's interested and then you can now have your sales team follow up with them. You see what I mean? And the thing with the lead gen from ads, as you saw, Honeywell did it as well, is you could put a box. Hey, do you want someone to reach out to you now? You know, so that gives you that opportunity. Okay, yeah, sure. I want some because I need to take care of this problem right away.
Yeah. Very cool.
Awesome. Hey, and Julbert, let's talk a little bit about Navigator. So, like, say if somebody, you know, they're newer to LinkedIn, they're on LinkedIn, and they're like, man, do I want to spend the money? Talk the benefits for, you know, you're in you know, business development, you're in sales. What do you advise folks to why to make that plunge into Navigator?
Get it? Because here's the thing, right? Navigator gives you access to data that you don't have on regular LinkedIn. Knowing when these procurement managers just got into the position in the past 90 days is crucial, right? Knowing the procurement managers that are posting on LinkedIn consistently, but nobody is commenting on their post is crucial. You know, understanding what's going on in a specific company. Can I share my screen again? Really quickly?
Yeah.
All right, let me share my screen. I'm going to show you guys something that I think it's mind. Go on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, for example, right? I'm going to take Honeywell, since we're talking about Honeywell right now. I'm going to go back. Let's go to Honeywell really quickly. So one thing I love about LinkedIn Sales Navigator is this right here, account mapping. I literally can map out who are all the decision makers at Honeywell I want to work with. That is huge.
Priceless.
Right. So yes, because now I know exactly who within the organization, and I'm not just going to take one person. I'm going to have a team, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that I know, okay, these are the key people that I want to spend my time getting to know and build relationship and reaching out to. And then I have my ads on top running that is consistently in front of people that works at Honeywell.
Wow. Absolutely priceless. We've got a question from Aaron. And Damon, I don't know if anybody had a question, we can actually pull them up on stage, right?
Yeah, we can if we want to.
You know, if anybody wants to come up on stage, Paul's joining us. Gene.
Raise your hand.
Gene is here. But so Aaron, our dear friend from Wisconsin, love Aaron. Do you have a sense of what the penetration of the manufacturing industry is on LinkedIn?
Aaron, good point. The larger one are taking more advantage of it right now than the smaller one. So to me, that means that there's a lot of opportunity for smaller manufacturing company to take full advantage of the platform, because a lot of them are not doing that yet. So if that's what you're thinking about doing, definitely recommend it.
Yeah. Right. And so, and the great thing, like my dear friend Leela, Val, again, Jen, Miami. So, you know, guys, as we're going after like business development, and we talk about targeting our ideal dream customers. I call them our soulmates. You know, this is a great opportunity. You know, we're trying to penetrate a Fortune 500 company, Fortune 1000 company. And Julbert is like laying out great steps on how we can like really like shrink that world down and navigate and find the right names, find the right buyers. And I love what you're saying, Damon and Julbert, about, you know, our dear friend Allison. She talks about people are longing for advisors, trusted advisors disguised as sales reps. And I'll tell you, like our friends at Gen Alpha, Chris and Kevin, they do a great job of educating. So talk a little bit. Let's go another step. So I'm Leela Bell at Weber Knapp. Okay. And I'm trying to infiltrate some, Fortune 500 companies, some buyers. What are some steps that you would advise for her to kind of penetrate that market?
Absolutely. So first thing first, make sure you have the plan and strategy. And within that strategy, you have LinkedIn Sales Navigator and LinkedIn Ads. All right. So on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you're going to first build that list of those companies you want to target. Okay. You see how I chose Honeywell and I found similar companies to Honeywell, right? So that's a very simple way. Pick one of your largest clients and said, okay, I want to find more like them. Now, once you have that, then you start going within each organization. So you don't have to have 50 companies, right? It could be just about 5 to 10. Start there. Then in each company, use the account map. So you can map out who are the decision makers, right? Try to get about 3 to 5 people per company. And here's what you want to do. You want to have people that are you have the senior level, you have your decision maker, and you have the people that are right under them, right? And the reason for that, because when you connect with the people that are right under them, and you go after that main person, they were like, oh, you already know some people in my organization.
Right.
So that helps you with, okay, that familiarity. Then the next piece of it, once you build that account mapping, then I want you to focus on how many of these people has been posting content. All right. Because guess what? When you look at the one that posted content, some of them are posting consistently, and you'll get 3 or 4 people that just like it. What I want you to do is comment on it. All right. So to grab their attention and tag them in a comment too, because then they're going to be like, oh, who's this person? And they're going to look at your profile, which makes it extremely important for your profile to be updated and optimized, and your company page to be updated as well, because that's that first impression. Now, once you have that engagement going, then you have ads. You bring in LinkedIn ads on top of it. So now you're running ads, maybe video awareness ads, right, in front of these companies, in front of their employees. So as you're building that one-on-one relationship, these ads are also working for you. Hopefully that kind of gives them a great roadmap.
That was fantastic. And so, and what we folks I'm working with, we call it, how do we find that soulmate 100? So like we have a list, and Damon and I are big baseball fans. Break it down, like who are your singles, who are your doubles, who are your triples, and maybe that Fortune 500 company is that home run. So what great advice here from Julbert. Break out that list. Let's come up with that soulmate 100. Break it down into 5, 10. We're not trying to eat the elephant. Let's make it manageable, right? And now, Julbert, let's take it another step. Okay, I find my soulmate, man. Like this is the buyer. This could be my home run. Could make my year. What's the message that you're gonna? How do you engage to start messaging with those people? Am I just gonna hit connect, or do I send a nice little message? How do you do that?
I like the personalization aspect of it. So first, like I mentioned, see if they're commenting. Let's say they put something on LinkedIn and nobody replied to them. Then I'll put a quick comment. Hey, this is interesting. Thought about this, and tag them. And then I know they're looking at my profile, so I'm not gonna do anything yet. Then I see another comment, then I comment on it. Then when I reach out, I say, hey, John, love your recent post about XYZ. I also noticed that you went to Wharton. I have a couple friends that went there. I love the pen relays. Would love to connect. All right. Now he sees that. He's seen my name a few times. He's seen my company on his newsfeed. He's like, okay, cool. I'm going to connect with this guy. Then the next step, I'm not going to say, hey, buy my product. I'll reach out and say something like, hey, thanks for connecting. I love what you're doing at XYZ. Curious to know, how do you guys handle this process for procurement? And just get, starting asking the questions to kind of get that conversation going. Then the next step is, I would love to learn more about how you handle XYZ. Would it make sense for us to maybe do a call, maybe jump on Zoom for a few minutes? Right now, some people will get back to you, but some people may not. So you got to have a follow-up plan set up as well.
Yeah. Right. And again, guys, look at the strategy that Julbert is laying out, and you talk about that social proof, so now exactly when Julbert takes that approach, and now somebody goes to his LinkedIn profile, we talk about how do we make that great first impression. I always call it our web impression. And if you go to Julbert's LinkedIn profile, please connect with Julbert. We've got his LinkedIn in the chat box. You're going to see 72 referrals just ranting and raving. So unless he has a bunch of relatives or you paid a lot of people, man, these testimonials are off the charts. But that's that social proof where like you're a person of trust, you are authority, you're staying in your lane, your LinkedIn lane. Our good friend Ira Bowman, 200,000 followers on LinkedIn. So like there's that social proof to verifying where you're coming from. And then one more thing I want to comment that I love that you said, Julbert. I see that what you did for where you went to college. I see maybe my dear friend Chris served in the military. So all of our veterans, God bless you. So like adding that little flavor of saying, I took the next step because I care about you. I am genuinely interested. Let's see what you have going on in your life. And you're adding that into the comment or the connection, because we want to be those trusted relationships. So I love that. It was a great tip and a great strategy there.
Thank you.
Awesome. So guys, if there's anybody who wants to come up, how are we doing on time? I always do this, Damon. I get so caught up in our.
I'm sitting here looking at LinkedIn, looking at Sales Navigator, trying to think about what Julbert's been saying and trying to get it to work. It's really something when you start to play in some of the details of the Navigator. I mean, because it's an underutilized piece of LinkedIn, I think, for most salespeople and business development people, if they have not spent the time to learn about it. And I think your view similar type of results is pretty crazy. I was just looking at the account mapping that Aaron's just talking about. That's in there. That's something new. I hadn't been in there. And the similar thing, I'd play with that, but I'm looking at it, just taking some clients and running through it. And because Aaron was talking about, does it work for smaller manufacturers and stuff? I think it will. Yeah. I'm pulling up things and I'm like, these aren't big companies. These are $10-20 million companies I'm looking up. And it's really interesting when you do that. And it does give you some direction in where you might want to look. Those two things, that account mapping, because I had a client last year that does Fortune 100 kind of work, and obviously, and they're global companies, and you got to look across this certain level in those companies. And there could be hundreds of people to meet in there, and your salespeople over the years may not have connected with a third of them. Yeah.
And Aaron's asking, how do you get that mapping thing on Navigator with the levels of?
So Aaron, I love that question. So that mapping tool is pretty brand new, a few months old. Yeah. And the way you get it is when you click on the actual company page, and then you scroll down and then you see the account mapping. If you don't have it yet, it probably hasn't rolled out to you yet, but most of us should already have it by now.
Awesome. Well, guys, it's we're coming in after, what are we, about 10 after the hour.
Yes.
Julbert has a free LinkedIn audit he's offered, and please take advantage of that. Again, I just dropped his LinkedIn profile in the chat box. We've got his website. We have an opportunity now, so you get a chance to get a little one-on-one. So, folks, if you're on LinkedIn, man, we welcome you to join us on Remo. We have a little party here afterwards. Great networking opportunity here on a Friday afternoon here on the East Coast. It's still morning over on Damon's side of the world. So Gail says partay. So Julbert, dude, thank you, man. You are a total blessing. What a gift you are. We've had a nice relationship going back and forth. Any parting thoughts? Any last things that you want to? I know you have the free audit. Anything that you want to share with the crowd for today?
So we could check out the free audit. I also have a book called 7 Steps to 7 Figures. It's a digital book, so I'd be happy to share that with anyone who's interested in it. And thank you for having me.
All right.
Oh, what a privilege. So Damon, everybody, thank you. Go out and crush it. We are here to help you with your e-commerce, your social media strategies. We're bringing in experts like Julbert week in and week out. Next week, we have a great guest. As a matter of fact, it's our friend Noah from Above the Fray. He's bringing in a client of his in Manhattan. It's Metal Mania. So this is going to be a great case study. Damon and I are rolling out. We're doing an e-commerce webinar series at Temple University. We kicked off this week. I know Jack was there. It's a 10-part series. It's every Tuesday and Thursday. Check it out. Shoot me a message. I'll get you the link for our upcoming speakers there. I'm speaking at the Pittsburgh Manufacturing Extension Partnership this Thursday. If you want to join me for that party, shoot me a direct message. Guys, Julbert, God bless you, my friend. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for sharing your expertise. Damon, take it away, brother.
All right. Well, thanks, Curt. Thanks, Julbert. This is awesome. Wonderful information on using LinkedIn ads and that kind of stuff. I've got one addition. We do have an entrepreneurial accelerator blitz. We're having Tuesday, the 13th at 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. If you got any questions on that, just message me. Go out. I've actually got an event on our Exit Your Way page. I had to think about that a little bit. It's been kind of racy this morning, going fast. But go ahead and check it out there. You can sign up for it. There's a registration link there, too. That's a free event on Tuesday, the 13th from 10 to 11. We're going to go through some of the stuff that we help our clients with. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We're dropping back down to the tables now, and we'll be able to do some networking.
Cheers.